back to the bonus episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. I am here with comedian and also you produce your podcast.
I produce. I produce content.
Yeah, produce content.
I'm a comedian. What produce? What about
you? Produce your podcast, and are you? You said you had
Jerry Bruckheimer.
No, I'm talking. You said you had a Netflix special.
I got a Netflix special. I made the special. I got a book coming out.
See,
That's right.
You wear many hats.
I wear them all.
So when you do, because you have the 37 and still single, but you said you just filmed something with your parents.
I filmed a new special, stand-up special called The Family Plan.
And that's what you are hoping goes to a streamer.
Yeah.
So you very much produce. You have a hand in making the content that's going to streamers.
Yeah, when you're a stand-up comedian, you got to be the writer, the performer, the clown. You know, you got to do it all.
That feels like, I was talking to my brother the other day, the writing aspect sounds like so much work. The way a comedian can talk about something, go on a tangent, and be able to wrap it back to the beginning is a skill that I don't think I could ever conquer.
Well, it took me years to get better at stand-up. I'm still, stand-up is, you have to love it to do it. You can't do it, because if you don't love it, you don't want to work at it, and it's a lot of hard work.
Right.
And it's also done very slowly. It's like chipping away at a statue. You're trying to get a joke, and you only get one chance to do it because you need the audience to hear how they react. And you got to say it the right way, and you got to believe even if it doesn't work. Well, I said it that way last night and it worked last night. So it's a slow process. Bill Burr, I heard him say, he's like, if you get a new minute a week, by the end of the year, you'll have 52 minutes, which is a special. And I kind of think that's a perfect way to think about it, because new minute a week would be really writing.
Okay.
So I think it takes 2 years to have a special be pretty good.
Who is your favorite comedian?
I love Kevin James,
he's
the King
great.
of Queens, and he had a stand-up.
He's amazing.
He had a stand-up special that I love called Sweat the Small Stuff. It's on YouTube. It was on Comedy Central.
I haven't seen that.
It's so good. It still works. It's like a late 90s, he's doing bits that some of them aged out because, technology and life, but a lot of them really are classic bits. He's not known as much as a stand-up as he is Paul Blart or King of Queens, but he is a stand-up. So that's a special I love. And then current, Dave Attell's the comedian's comedian. Everyone loves Dave. Dave's amazing. There's people I love just that I'm friends with that are great. Michelle Wolf and Michael Che, Nimesh Patel. These are all close friends of mine that are all so good,
I like Andrew Santino that I've just recently, well, I shouldn't say recently. In the past year, I watched Cheeseburger on Netflix.
Yep, I saw it. He's very funny. I've been on his podcast.
Have
Andrew's
you?
a great guy, yeah.
Wait, the Bad Friends podcast?
No, I went on...
his solo one?
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, he's a great guy and
So,
very funny.
For the bonus, I want to ask you some rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
And advice.
Okay.
I don't know how rapid you are, but I just
You're
want
dating
you...
an NFL player. What do you do when preseason ends and should you go to the games? I don't know it. I'm still guessing from the episode. I don't. How'd you know?
No. He says he's not ready to date, but still texts me every night. What does that mean?
That means he's attracted to, it's a mess. Let's just start it's a mess. Because the words matter here. He's not ready to date, but he texts me every night. Okay, so what does date mean? Have you gone out and hooked up and he doesn't want to be your boyfriend and you'd like a boyfriend? Or you want to go on a date and he won't even go on a date?
Yeah, because if he's only texting you at night, that sounds like he's trying to get all up in it.
Yeah, but that's not even... This person's problem is they're not really zoning on what they want. Take it back a step. I would like a date is way simpler and more defined than I'm not ready to date. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I've never even said that sentence to a woman. So if I've never said it, then he's just trying to keep the ball in the air. When someone keeps texting you and says, I don't want to date, and that's a vague thing. I'm not ready to date, but I keep texting you. They're just trying. Men love vague options. We were told from a young age, approach, pursue. That involved a lot of losing, like a lot of being turned down.
Yeah.
So when your whole life you're told pursue, approach, they like it, they want you to go up and ask them on a date. When you have someone who's agreed to like that they think you're hot and they want to text you back, you kind of hold on to it because you're afraid that you'll go without and you'll never have like another woman who will say yes to. It's like a survival thing.
All right.
I'm not trying to apologize for it. I'm just giving a reason to it. So like, why does he keep texting? Is because we like to put leftovers in the fridge. We don't want to like, and I know that grosses you out, but I'm saying like, you don't want to go without. You don't want to be hungry. So I got to make sure there's someone who, I got someone who I'm texting because at some point maybe I'll be like in the mood for it.
All right, so you would tell this woman to just stop even engaging.
I wouldn't say that because that's not how I give advice. I would say to them, what do you want? And then make it specific. Say it out loud. So let's say
I would like to go on dates but not be exclusive.
Make it smaller. What do you want next week?
I want to go out with you.
I want to go on a date.
I want to go on a date.
Okay.
Well, guess what?
So I would say...
He's already said he's not ready to date.
Well, but this is my point. You can't tell people what to do. They got to find it out on their own.
Okay.
So to this person who's texting with someone who says they don't want to be dating because they're whatever the fuck is wrong with them, I would say to them, they should write to them, hey, I just want to go, I'm looking to go out and get drinks next week. Make a plan, I'm in, but if you can't, that's what I'm looking for in a partner right now. And if you can't do that, we have to stop texting.
And then he will probably
he won't
be
do
honest
it
for the first time and just say, I'm okay.
Well, he won't say anything. He'll probably disappear. He'll probably make up an excuse. No, he won't be honest.
Oh.
He'll text you in 3 weeks, but I'm trying to get the person who's texting with the guy who keeps texting, they need help too.
Right.
You know, this question doesn't come from a place of power. This question comes from a place of weakness and not acknowledging that they are doing something. They're insane. They keep texting with someone that they're getting mad at. If they were able, they would just stop. They wouldn't write to us.
Well, that's what I'm excited for the next question.
But that's my point. You know what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's like,
I know what you mean.
Like, I don't like when someone gives rules. Like, it's just like...
I think it's much easier to give the advice that you're giving because I've given this advice to my friends. And then the moment I'm put in that same situation, I suddenly have zero rules. I don't know how to go about anything.
Right.
And
advice is easier to give than take. No question. But I'm saying for this person, if I say to them, hey, what do you want? And they can't answer that question. It's more it's now their fault. Like they have to like be a participant in this.
Of course.
Yeah.
He watches every story but hasn't texted in 2 weeks. Does that mean anything?
Yes.
Really? What does it mean?
Watching someone's story means you're attracted to them. That's it.
Okay.
So that's the problem with the stories thing. People are like, it doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't. Watching your stories means something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they like you. It just means they're attracted to you. It's like looking at someone walking down the street. I've checked out a woman's ass as she passed me on the street. Of course. That doesn't mean I want to go on a date with them.
Okay.
So consider...
They just like looking at you.
Because the reason they're looking at your stories all the time is because the stories that go to the front are the people's pages you're interacting with the most. So acknowledge that.
Wow, you just taught me something. I had no idea.
I mean, you knew that.
No, I just thought...
You're not looking at someone's stories that like of a page. Your friends that you would interact the most with on Instagram don't come up front and center. They do.
I thought it just posted the story that's most recent.
No. It's an account you've interacted with, and it's an account you've touched, an account you searched, an account you've liked. Those come up first. The ones that are at the way end are the ones you've stopped really caring about.
Oh.
So they're looking at you, they're interacting with you, even if they're not liking, your page is on the front end of their views.
Yeah.
So it means they're attracted. So it's hard to say to someone, they keep watching my stories, and you're like, when you say it's nothing, like, well, that's not true. It means they're attracted to you. I mean, if it really affects you and you're getting annoyed by it, how about you block them? If that's too much for you, that's okay. How about you mute them? How about you block them from your stories? Like, we can take actions
Love a mute.
Right. You can take actions to get rid of this. And we have to acknowledge, is it bothering me? Like, there are points where I'm watching all these stories, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Mm-hmm. And you have to be, and there are ways to do it without letting them know. And sometimes
it's called muting.
But sometimes that hurts people to do.
To mute someone?
Yeah, you feel bad that they don't even care. They don't even know that I muted them. Like, you just lose, like, again, seeing their face, watching your stories, it does hit you in a place. At least someone cares. At least they're looking.
Right.
So I get why people ask about it, think about it.
People, by the way, there's so many of my friends who always say, he watched my stories. I don't understand why he didn't text back.
Yeah, but they're right. They're right.
You know what I wish someone would have told me in my early 20s? That your little daily spending habits, the coffees, the dinners, they actually do impact your credit in the long run. And let's be real, good credit opens doors. Like my grandpa always said, your credit is your name. That's why I think what Chime is doing is so smart. With the Chime Credit Builder Secured Visa Credit Card, you can build your credit just by doing what you're already doing, making everyday purchases and paying them off on time. And the best part? There's no annual fee, no interest, no credit check, and no minimum deposit. Plus, Chime gives you credit tracking tools and personalized tips to help you stay on top of it all. It's credit building made simple and way less stressful. Whether you're looking to qualify for a better car loan, get approved for your dream apartment, or just feel more in control of your finances, credit matters. And Chime helps you make progress without the pressure. Make everyday purchases count with Chime's Secured Credit Builder Visa Credit Card. Get started today at chime.com/Lala. Chime, builds like progress.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. Bank ranking and number of ATMs according to U.S. News and World Report 2023. Chime checking account required.
I met someone on vacation. Now what?
Well,
that one's hard because the long distance thing is like fun for 5 seconds.
I would need to know more to the story. But based on this, if I have to answer this question, now what? Hey, what's that?
I have a good one for you.
Okay.
Keep going.
Well, the vacation, to answer that quick, I would say if you met someone on vacation, I would ask what the plan is next. And if you can't answer that and you don't want to put yourself out there, then it's not worth you doing.
I think it's just like you had fun and call it a day.
Yeah, but that's not for me to say. Like,
this is why I can't do what you do, because I love having control and telling people what to do.
I would say
it's
that
my most favorite thing to do.
If a friend of mine was like, I went on vacation, I met this guy or I met this girl, and they're awesome, and I really there's something there, I would go, okay, if that's the case, what's happening next month for you two to get to know each other more? At a basis, all you want to do is get to know them more. You're not asking for more than that.
Okay.
So, hey, and you have to be vulnerable. Like, you can't have it all. You can't have an amazing time in Cabo with someone and then, then it's easy from there on out. And then I don't care what romantic comedy you saw that told you it was going to happen that way. You got to lose something. And sometimes losing the ability to guard yourself. Hey, it was a great time. What happened this weekend really surprised me. This is the text I would send. What happened this weekend really surprised me. I don't know. I'm not seeing anyone right now, and I feel like I really want to get to know you more. If you're up for that, let's make a plan for a few weeks out, and again, to meet safely, or you come to me or I come to you, and we see if we like each other again. Maybe Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I mean, I've done this where I've gone to like.
Would you take a friend or go solo?
I think you take a friend.
Yeah.
I think you take a friend. I think you make it as easy as get your own room.
Totally.
Make it as easy as possible. And again, you can't have it all. These things cost money.
Right.
If you can't afford it, don't make your life a detriment. Maybe it just now is not the time. But if you can afford to get your own room and go with a friend to like, I mean, I've been in that situation where like I've been on the road and then like, you know, the person came with their friend and got their own room and, you know, had their own weekend and then we got to hang out again.
Yeah.
And see if this is worth, and worth is a tough word because I'm not saying they're not worth it, but like the idea, like, can this be something we try? And that's all you're trying to do. Keep it small. Keep the stakes small.
Okay. I like that. Especially because I'm into finding people who don't live near me, which I don't know. I don't understand that.
Yeah, because everyone's nice when you're leaving.
Yeah. It's also nice to be like,
right? It's like easy. You know, I'm so nice to people when they're like, "Oh, I'm going." I'm like, "Oh, good to see you. You were great." You know who I'm mean to? I don't know when I'm leaving. Oh, really?
oh, I hate
Yeah,
that.
right. It's the same as like a woman in your town.
Yeah, it's the worst.
You know what? I might move here. Oh, really?
No, don't do that.
You should go.
I sent a naughty, risque text after a few drinks. He didn't respond. Am I blocked or just humbled? The no response. You know when you're blocked if you have an iPhone. By the way, deal breaker if my text goes through green. It's and you text like if you have an Android, we're good here. It goes back to the khaki pants.
Listen, that's your,
my deal breaker. That's my ick.
Your icks are your own. I would say two things. Sometimes, let me give some empathy to the guy who doesn't get back to your dirty text.
Okay.
What gets looked over is that you have to be in the right mind space to send a dirty text.
Yes.
But you also have to be in the right mind space to receive a dirty text. So I have gotten texts from women where it's like this hot, awesome text, and I'm like in an Uber going to a podcast. And I'm like, I don't have the ability, the mindset. I am not in right back to this mode. So, and this happens with like when you're like distance with someone, like their time zone is 8 p.m. and you're like 4 and you're like, how do I write titty at 4 p.m.? You know, like it's way harder than it gets credit for. So I would say to this person, I don't know if they're blocked. I don't know if they should be, I don't think they should be humbled. Maybe you hit the other person at an hour that wasn't the same for them as it was for you.
Okay.
That's my one thing. Now, if you write to them, hey, that was pretty, I think it's okay to be turned off. Again, don't be confused, be turned off. Like I said in the other episode.
Okay.
Hey, it really kind of annoyed me that you never got back to the text I sent. I was really like feeling you that night. And I think they're going to write back either, that's you, we call it the reveal on the podcast.
Okay.
So it's like the talk is stupid. Like, when should we have the talk? I think that's never worked. It's not good. If you have to have the talk, it's gone. I think the reveal is a better option. So the reveal is letting someone know that how you feel and then just shutting the fuck up.
Okay.
So, hey, I sent you some nudes and a fun text the other night. It really let me down that you never got back to it. Now shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Because at that point, they're going to come back with a response. It's either caring or it's like it's a breakup because they know that you're farther ahead than maybe they are.
Okay.
Or it's an explanation. Hey, I got to be honest with you. And I would say to the person who wrote this, have some empathy for the explanation. It might be you caught me at like the worst time. Because a sexy text, getting back to it, isn't just everything, nothing much you.
No, and it's very,
You gotta put
there's a
in-
lot of pressure
Right.
on the receiving end.
We have to have empathy for the receiving end of a dirty text because
Yes.
that end of it is not as easy because everyone thinks, well, you should feel lucky. You're seeing my titty. And you go, I am lucky. That's why I want to give a response that's deserving of this titty, but I'm not in the place to write a response to the titty.
Right.
So this is where I think we get, like, I think this is a more layered answer than maybe they would expect.
It is, and the last time I sent, like, dirty text messages, it was kind of a while ago. But I just remember it's almost like foreplay, right? Like, you're wanting to, each text that's going back and forth, you're trying to one-up the other person because you want to get to the climax, right? It is a lot of pressure. The first person to send off the dirty text actually has it the easiest.
Right, because they're laying in bed in their undies feeling wet.
And all you have to do is, I'm feeling wet right now.
Right. And now you've started
the receiving end, it's like, okay.
And now you got to go to, like, the mindset of, like, okay, how do I get her
the
wetter?
Whole thing.
You know.
Right. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's hard.
This is why I sometimes wish I could be a lesbian, because that would be easy. I know exactly what a chick wants. I don't think that's any easier.
I don't think you want that.
Really?
You want to date a woman? I can tell you right now.
A lot of work.
It can be a lot of work.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by BetterHelp. These days, it feels like there's so much advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can get you personalized recommendations and help you break through the noise. Therapy from BetterHelp is helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it's for everyone, not just those who have experienced major trauma. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works, with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. It's also convenient. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/GTL. That's betterhelp.com/GTL. You guys know how much I love Racketin because you guys know how much I love a deal. And Racketin is the ultimate way to shop smart and still look fabulous. I used it just last week when I was grabbing new sneakers from Nike, picking up a few key pieces for summertime from Bloomingdale's, and yes, spoiling Lily at PetSmart. And of course, I got cash back on all of it. So here's how it works. Racketin partners with your favorite stores, like thousands of them. When you shop through Racketin, those stores pay Racketin for sending you their way, and Racketin shares that money with you in the form of cash back. It's not complicated, it's just smart shopping. Fashion, beauty, home stuff, even travel, they've got it all. And the best part? You can stack cash back on top of other sales and discounts. It's like getting rewarded for being a savvy shopper, which I know we all are. Signing up is totally free and it takes just seconds. So join the 17 million members, including me, who are already saving. They'll even send you your cash back through PayPal or by check. Download the free Racketin app or go to Racketin.com to start saving today. That's Rakuten, Racketin.com.
Okay, the next one I have for you is we've been dating for 6 months and he still hasn't introduced me to a single friend. Is this low-key secret girlfriend energy?
You're dating in the back alleys.
It's kind of the best kind, though.
Listen, it's everything serves its own purpose.
Yeah.
But this person, you're dating in the alleys. You're not on Main Street. The biggest issue they have isn't that they're being hidden. It's that the breakup is just easier.
Yeah.
You have to weave someone into your life to make, to make it go any further. So listen, they're dating 6 months. 6 months may as well be 1 month.
When do you think is a good time to, what? I mean, is there a limit on, okay, we've been out 3 times, why am I not being introduced?
No.
Or is it kind of like maybe you guys don't know each other well enough? Do you find that it's all in the communication?
It's all in the communication, like all things.
We talk about this all the time. It's such a simple concept, but it's actually very complex.
No, well, it's also listen, I've dated people for 6 months and it's hovered in this one spot, really like this person. And it
what
wasn't
was the reasoning, though?
The reasoning was I wasn't really ready to make it more than it was. And I also didn't, there's a little scheduling aspect to it, if I'm going to be, which sounds like bullshit, but it's like, I'm looking at my schedule. I'm not going to be in the same city for this long. How could I get to know someone? When you're getting to know someone over text, it's just not the same.
No, it isn't the same. And you get bored.
Right. And for me personally, and I think like you as well, and I think the audience can relate to this more than they would maybe admit. But honestly, there's dating pre-social media and then there's post-social media.
Okay.
So like if you and you're, the third baseman that you're dating, put it on Instagram.
Okay.
There's a different responsibility. If this ends, you have to undo it. Mm-hmm. You have to answer to a greater world.
Yeah.
Same with the listeners. Even if you're not a person who posts on social media, you have 200 followers that are your friends that care about your life, that are watching.
Yeah, that are going to wonder.
Right. So like 6 months, you go, do I feel confident enough? And I think with my dating life, I want to be sprinting.
Okay.
And I think if you're holding up at all, you're like, okay, let me keep this pre-social media or keep this pre-meeting my friends, because then I'd have to undo that if it doesn't go right. And
right.
So I don't think that's a good thing for this person's scenario. Like, I don't think that they're in a good spot if they want more.
Well, and and I operate off of ego, which is hard to believe when I'm in, the AA program, because we try to silence that. But for me, like, I wouldn't say anything to him because I would be afraid of the response and feeling rejected. So I lead with ego.
Here's my question to the person and my question to you.
Okay.
How would you feel if you were writing this email a year from now? If you were writing, I haven't met his friends yet, and it was a year in.
Oh, now I would be like, I wish I would have been more forward, because now I've wasted a year when I could have cut this off at 6 months.
And here's how I help this person.
Okay.
Go out with your friends, have some spritzes.
Yeah.
Text this guy, hey, I'm out with my friends. I want you to come hang out. And see if they'll come.
That's cute. I like that. And then that way it still feels okay if he doesn't come, because you're with your girls and you're a little buzzed.
And vulnerability produces vulnerability. Now you have a right to say, if he does come, great. He's meeting your friends. You've inched forward.
Okay.
If he doesn't come, you can say, hey, I made an effort today. I tried to get you to hang with my friends and you just basically bailed and you were doing nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't really have a great excuse. I feel let down by that.
Right.
So that's a conversation. So now you're getting deserving of a conversation. I think she deserves to have a conversation anyways, but maybe this helps her have that. Hey, I tried to do something fun and you just didn't really, you weren't
You
game.
gave me nothing.
Yeah. Or he comes and you go, hey, you met my friends and that was so much fun. I want to do that with your friends now too. So now it makes that conversation easier.
Okay. I love all of this. I'm implementing it all into my...
There you go.
Last
with the
question.
catcher you're dating.
Okay. He never compliments me, but he compliments other women on IG. Call him on it or just dump him?
You gotta dump him. I
think so too. That guy sounds like a fucking dick.
Yeah, and it's a lack of... beyond not commenting on you, like, forget that. Social media is a public place. And... would he feel comfortable with your friends seeing that he's like commenting? Like, is that who you want to date? I don't know.
No, turn off.
That would be a turn off to me. But I'm saying, like, I also don't like to tell people what to do. But I just think like you have a leg to stand on if you were to like. But you're not going to fix this guy. Is my point.
No, I think this is a him issue,
right.
and
I don't
dump
think this.
him.
Yeah, like you're not going to fix a guy who thought so little of you that they didn't care about this being seen.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay. This happens to me all the fucking time. Okay. I'm seeing someone new, but still dreaming about my ex. Is that just emotional lag? What the fuck is that?
I don't know what emotional lag is.
Well, I don't know what that is either, but what is that? I know you're not some, like, dream interpreter, but, like, I feel like that isn't normal.
I would say if they're not muting and blocking an ex, you're doing yourself a disservice.
She's dreaming about him.
I know, but the dreams happen when
because
you have a
of
dream,
what you're seeing.
Right, you're subconsciously coming across things. You have listen, it's not, you used to, before social media, I remember there was one time my dad, mom, and I was like a young kid, and we went for ice cream. And then we left the ice cream place and we got in the car, and my mom was like, that was your dad's ex-girlfriend, oh my God. And she was giving him shit.
Yeah.
That was the only time you could really see an ex. You didn't have to you had no ability to, because if I saw an ex at ice cream and I'm with my kids and family, I would already know everything about their lives. I would know that they were going to be at ice cream.
Right.
Because there's there's a level of knowledge I would have that I'm not proud of, but that's kind of how it goes. It is such a funny thing to think about, my dad being like, oh yeah, there was an ex, and and them catching up in the moment,
right.
having no idea what they've been up to. And this is so different today. So it's I don't know. I think we should want a little more of what my parents had and a little less of what we had.
I would give.
Right. So, why don't we create that world for ourselves and be an active participant in our life and our health and be okay, I'm going to block my ex on everything. And it's not because I hate them.
It's just because there's no reason.
Making yourself feel good. This is all mental health. It's not. And if here's the scenario that never happens.
Tell me.
The ex going, hey, you blocked me.
No, that never happens.
Never happens. And that's what you're afraid of. It's you ever see those videos of what people think is going to happen when friends come over and they're like, you haven't cleaned your, the dust here.
Yeah.
That never happens. People don't act that way. When you see you're blocked, you go, I'll get away.
Okay.
Obviously, I bothered them. I need to
Yeah, but I'm still, so
the sex dreams, I'm saying, get spurred by something.
Right.
But are you missing something from your current? I don't know.
I think sometimes it's I see, I'm a little bit deeper than you on this. I think it's the universe trying to implant something. So I'm going to tell you a very brief story.
Okay.
And then we can move on. Because this question was one of my favorites because it happens to me. Relatable. I had this boyfriend. And we were very, very young, okay? He was still in college. He lived in LA. I lived back in Utah. We met through social media. And we were together for quite a long time, I would say. And then on and off once I moved out to LA. Anyway, cut to, he gets married, has kids. I find my person, and we have a baby. And I want to say maybe 2-3 years ago, I see that, and I was still hooked on this guy. I've always been hooked on him. I cannot shake the fucking feeling. It's been years. It's been over a decade. Mm-hmm. I cyber stalk him. I'm done with my ex now. And he's deleted all of his photos of his wife. And he's changed that he's not married, she's taken out of his bio. So I slide in the DM. We start talking. I go out to Vegas, and he wants to link up. He apologizes for everything that he put me through years ago.
Right.
I should have been there for you in a different way. I want to say that I'm sorry. I ask him about the wife, and he goes, well, I wanted to tell you that we're going to try to work it out. And I was like, I totally respect that. You have children. You should fucking do that. I go back to LA. He sends me a message a few weeks later. He's like, hey, I'm in LA. I'd love to get lunch with you. And I said, I'm not going out with someone who has a wife. I'm just not doing it. He said, it's ended. He portrays for months now that he and his wife got a divorce. Because of my trauma, I am not buying it. I need to see paperwork. I keep having dreams every night of his wife coming in and catching us together.
Right.
Even though he's saying they're done.
Right.
It just keeps coming up. So I plan to go to Vegas to see him because I'm like, okay, if you're saying I want to believe you, I'm holding on to his apology because it was just the most beautiful and necessary for my soul apology.
Right.
My friend says to me, so you're going to see him while you're out there? I said, yeah. And she goes, did he send you the proof of his divorce? And I said, no. Okay. And she goes, you're not hanging out with him. I will not allow it.
Yeah.
So I don't see him. I continue to dream about him all the livelong day. I literally, over the weekend, had another fucking dream about him and the wife. I get onto social media to cyberstalk again. She's got her ring on. He's got his ring on. They've got pictures together. And I'm like, the universe fucking did that for me.
Yeah.
Is that not wild?
It's wild. I think it's, there's one part of the story that, like, I would, like, never acknowledge.
What?
The apology.
What do you mean?
The
You wouldn't
apology,
acknowledge
like,
that-
I wouldn't think of that as, like, a plus.
No, well, it's all been...
But I'm saying before you got to the, you know, when you're telling the story, you're like, the apology, you know, hit me so hard because he apologized for all of the things he did. I kind of live in a world of, like, what else was he going to say? Like, that's the only way to start with you is to acknowledge the past.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's, like, a heroic apology.
No.
You know, the apology coming...
That's actually new. No one has ever said that to me before.
Right. Like, I think the apology is like the easiest, most self-serving thing for him to do because you're in Vegas.
Tracks.
Right. You're in Vegas. He's got to make you feel happy to be there. He's got to acknowledge the past. Like, that's like a maneuver more than it is like 12 steps.
Wow.
You know, like,
yeah.
So, but I'm with you on the universe and like, yeah, like something in your body told you like there's something off here. And it's probably your body saying like, because your mind is going, that apology meant so much to me, but your body's going, yeah, anyone could have done that.
That's
like,
true.
I don't think there's just nothing to lose from the apology.
Totally.
Like, no risk taken. That's my 2 cents from the story.
Wow, that no one has ever pointed that part out. That is the only opener.
Right, what else is it going to say? Hey, been a while. Like, you're not going to acknowledge that you fucking cheated on me and we had this weird fucking past and it's crazy that we're here right now? Like, acknowledge what I was... Because usually with an ex, the last text is like some sort of anger. Like, it's like being like, happy birthday after someone's like, well, fuck you. And you can like scroll up and you're like, wait a minute, I just yelled at you. Your next thing can't be happy birthday. You have to acknowledge the thing above. It's right here.
Oh my gosh, I needed that.
Yeah. I'm happy that could help at all.
And we
It's just
agreed
something
that
I
the
noticed.
universe, the
Yeah,
subconscious,
the universe,
and God.
something came in the way. But I will say...
Something came in the way.
But I think you knew in your heart that apology...
Was bullshit.
Yeah. Or was just easy.
Yeah.
To me, that's an easy apology.
You know, most people, they can be shitty at a certain time in their life, and you hope as they get older, they become, you know, nicer people. I'm like, wow, age actually made you a shittier person.
Well, I mean, if I was to give him empathy, when people, you know, when people are lonely,
Yeah.
they, or men generally, to go back to something we talked about before, people generally go the easiest route, right? In general, people take the easier route as opposed to the harder route. So when you're lonely, who do you go back to?
What you're familiar with.
And who the list of people who have said yes to your naked body before.
Right.
So, and sometimes it's an ex from way, way far ago or way, way long ago. Or sometimes it's the person you just left. That's why people go back to their significant others. When you break up with someone, there's one less person to hug, text, and hold. Okay?
Aww.
And you have a void. And your whole next step is to try and fill that void because it feels bad. And a lot of times people do it with the person that they just left. That's why you get back with an ex. Mm-hmm. Or it's someone from your past.
Right.
That there's less to explain. You know, what do they say? There's an I was an economics major in college. I really put that to use. It's more expensive to hire someone new than it is to retrain an old employee. So that is the same for dating.
Yeah.
So it's way more expensive to go on Hinge and go on a first date and meet new person and get them to trust you. That costs way more money than it is to go back to someone who's already working at the company. And you worked at his company. You knew him. You trusted him. You had a familiarity with him. You knew how the penis worked. You knew that he could fuck.
Yeah.
You knew, like all these things that like aren't important, but you knew.
You know who the hero is in this? The friend. My friend.
Your friend, yeah. Your friend is a true hero because they reminded you of what you had already said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
Thank you for doing the boner episode.
I got you.
You guys,
I do well with a boner.
we love a good boner. Thank
Love
you
a
guys
good
for
bone,
listening
dog.
to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast bonus episode. I'm going to catch you guys on Wednesday and again next week. Bye. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.